Hi everyone, please can you hear me? Hello YouTubers, TikTokers, please double click your screen to like. We have today we have something very important to talk about, but first I have to be sure that I'm being heard, that the audio at least is good. You know, the audio is good. If the audio is good, then we're good. Um, if I'm talking and you can't hear me, I don't think it will make sense at all. So first of all, I have to be sure that you can hear me. Um, okay, someone is liking Okala. James, what's up? Can you hear me now? Is it audible? We can hear you now. Oh, great! I think it's actually this one I was connected to. Actually, two in one mic, so now it's better. Okay, so tonight, I something came to mind yesterday. Maybe I was talking with someone, and was it yesterday? Actually, I've been thinking about this topic, but someone just pushed it out again, and I felt we should. Hi, sis. Hi, brother. Hi. Good evening. How was your day? Hope work was fine. I possibly have lost one or two persons because of the no mic thing, but please do well to invite friends. Let's talk, let's chat, okay? Let's talk. Um, would like to actually get more people in. Maybe I should just invite you guys over to my page so we have more people there, because I seem to have some people there that would really want to be part of this. I don't know how to be able to reach out to them all at the same time, but it's not an easy work to do. But we should talk about this for musicians. I want to discuss about us being. I thought about my life a few days ago, and I was just like, oh my god, I have no regrets whatsoever, because someone got me thinking, or got me talking about the ministry, how it started. I think I went for a vigil last week, one concert meeting like that, and then we were talking about this thing. A lady asked me something, and she was asking that what was your life like when you were back then, and I told her. I started giving her stories about what happened. I started giving her stories about the things that I've done musically, in church, how I've been so committed that I have no regrets whatsoever. So something struck my spirit, and like, how about those people who think that they still have time, as a musician? Koda is watching. Hi, Koda. Good evening. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. If you've got comment on any of the lines that I've made, or you know about the topic, or you want to say something, you can come on live and share your experience with us. Like I was saying, back then that I had the time, when I didn't have my family, I was still single. I I gave everything that I had. I put in everything about me. I put in everything A to Z in the ministry, because I knew and understood that apart from me loving it, that's the time that I have to showcase what I've got to show. To that's the best time to make your impact felt. As much as we, as family, we having a family now, as much as we want to really be committed to God's house, to the choir, to the church, to the team, we can't do that. We actually can't do that, because there's a whole lot going on. We have to give in so much time now, especially if you're not married. If you got a spouse who understands how these things work, you are blessed. Indeed, you are blessed, because not every spouse, no matter how they love God and everything, that would give you the time. Some people just need extra time to themselves. They want you to be around them. I understand that there's a place, for God. Even God said it, that let those who are married, care for the things that are carnal. Scripture said that. So God will not want to break his word. Thing is, we're not saying that you don't go to church or whatever. You can decide as a single person, single girl, single boy, to just stay in church, sleep there 247, blah 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 blah. What I'm talking about now is basically the extra time you put in for God's work. It's not you serving God. Because of course, if you have a good choice of a spouse, you want to choose a spouse who loves God as much as you do, who would want to put in the effort as you are, or who would you would wish to understand that you want to really serve God and give Him the best. So basically, now that we have the time, the message tonight is basically around us giving the best. Now that we have the time, if you're not married, good for you. Basically, I'm talking about those who are not yet married. Even though you're married, you maybe probably have just one child, or you have kids who are grown up. Yes, fine. But if you're just married and then you just started having kids and you don't have enough time, and plus that you're working, it can't be as you being single and having all the time that you have to put into God's work. Okay, just encouraging us basically to, if you have the time, now that you have the time, especially now that you have the time presently, please put in as much work as you can into God's house, into God's work, into music, into your giving your impact. Let your impact be felt. Let your impact be known. Let your impact be almost felt. Let it be almost visible to the eyes. Let it be so felt that when you leave, they would say, no, this one, it's right. Now, by the grace of God, this is what I would say that I have no regrets about whatsoever. No regrets at all, because I put in the best. I put in my best. I put in my best. I really, really, really put in my best. And I encourage us to do the same, because there is so much blessing. Oh my God. There is so much blessing, fulfillment, sweetness, joy you would derive when you think back on your musical history and say, I tried. It's just something that you don't want to regret, because once you're married, once you're married, that's it. Guys, it will never be the same again. That's it. Once you're married with kids, especially with kids, not kids, once you're married with kids, that's it. It will never be the same again. Except maybe when you're old, elderly. It all depends on when you get married. Because when the children are grown and then they have left the house, then you can have your time again and, reunite with your partner, or, go back with your partner the way it used to be in the beginning. Let's put in as much time as we can now that we can, because time would come that you begin to almost regret, that you didn't give as much time as you would have. As musicians, there are lots of things that distract us, but I don't see a youth and a couple, or a married couple, or a married, no, sorry, let me take it back. If you're a youth and you're married, it can never be the same way you would serve the Lord as much as you would want to. Even though it's in your heart, this is where the scriptures come to play. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. No matter how you desire to want to, you can't. So now that you have the time, I encourage us to stay and to put in the work. I encourage us to put in the work, because there are just a lot of things that we have to do in the house of God, getting a call. There are lots of things that we have to put in, we have so many reasons not to once we are married. But now that you are single, you should have the time. You should make out time. In fact, you do have the time. So give in the time, put in the time, do your best, give your best to your church, to the choir, make your impact felt, because you can't reverse the time and you can't go back to where it used to be before. Okay, so let's engage, guys. Don Feb, are you there? I know that you were a workaholic, and at least I know a bit of your story. I know you were a workaholic back then in Nigeria. Even now, I know you're still a workaholic, but in church, basically, then I know how committed you were, how you gave in your all. In fact, your wife is just superb in supporting or being supportive and all that. You having a very understanding partner, yeah, works good for you, but others, I don't know how that plays out. So what would you say that you miss the most, knowing that I know you still well for a man, basically, I would still say that for a man and a woman, it's a bit different. That's just the honest truth. For a man and a woman, it's a bit different because the man has almost all the time, except for a very understanding man as a spouse, except for a very understanding man who would want to take care of the kids, doing your own thing that you would want to do with the kids, helping you to fill up the spaces, so your presence is not really felt like that. But I'm talking of Don Fed now. When he was in Nigeria, I know how hectic it was for him, even though he gave his time. At the point he was working, but he had to stop because of too much load. So that's the good thing about having a very understanding spouse. I know a lot of people, a lot of youths who give their all, who still give their all. They're impacting lives with their time, their sweat, their money, their strength, their power, everything they got, putting into the work. You can imagine those people when they get married and they don't give in as much as they would have or they really desire to. They won't, their presence would be missed, but people won't feel bad for them that they didn't put in as much as they would have. You understand? Nowadays there are lots of things to distract us. I know, especially for the youth. Man, I don't want to go into Nigeria issue and all that. That's where I'm actually coming from, but you can still do the bits that you can, because now the time that people would really want to put into the work or the ministry, they would rather just want to go and look for something to do and get money and fetch money, especially when the music, or if the music is not bringing as much money as they want. Guys, you can share your experience. Are you married? Are you single? What are you doing? If you're a music lover, what are the things that you experienced? No, what are the things that you observed of a musician? What are the things you have experienced? What are you doing right now? What's your role in God's house, in the choir, in the music terrain? What's your role? What else do you think should be inculcated, in the music that would bring it, to its limelight or to that place where it's supposed to be? What are your suggestions? What are your takes? And what have you observed? Like I said earlier, just put down your comments, and I'd like to thank you for liking. I'd like to have please share if you think this makes sense. I just want more interactions, not just to watch. I'd like for you to say something, at least like or love the page, love the video. Just when we're liking the video, it means that you're telling Facebook that you like what you see, you like what you're watching. But if you're not you're not putting anything or just letting them know, they just feel that it's just waka pass, you come and go. But if you like it, you just let Facebook know that you like this thing, you would want to see it again. Sometimes I think I kind of see some videos where they ask me, would you like to see this? Would you like this thing to be shown again? I say yes. If I enjoy it, I say yes. If I don't, I just like walk past. What are the things you think we should improve on? What are the things you think could be worked on? The things that you observe and you just feel like something should be done about it. Engineer, hi. Engineer, good evening. Good evening, boss man. Good evening. I saw your message. Was it this morning or was it afternoon or something? I couldn't reply. It's damn busy. Irritated, is it? Hi, Mr. Irritated. I cite you. I cite you too. I cite you too. Good evening, Irritated. Good to have you. It's been a while. So basically, if you haven't really given in your time, let's try and put in let's try and put in much work or more time to doing God's work, especially talking to the musicians, because there would come a time where I know of a friend right now who she's got 3 kids or 2, if I'm not mistaken, 2 boys actually. Yeah, 2 boys, I remember. She doesn't have the time anymore. I remember then when she actually got married way before. Yeah, long ago. She actually got married a long time ago, and actually waiting to have kids, and that time she had lots of time with her husband. They had lots of time together. And all this time she was putting in everything, like the work. She was giving everything to God. Her time, sometimes they sleep in church, make videos together, and just make things happen. But she's got 2 boys. If I wish she had 1 boy, I could feel that there are some some changes are going on. But then when she had 2, oh God, oh man, the husband is everywhere, but she can't do much. So this is the reason why I brought up this topic, because as much as, hope my keyboard is still with you. Yeah, your keyboard is here. I told you to come, enter a deck bay, come and carry your keyboard. It's here. So basically, this is the reason why I brought this out here. Let's do well to put in the work now that we have the time. If you're a youth, you're blessed. If you're single, you are blessed. Single days are not boring days. They are not lonely days. Like Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo would say, they're not lonely days. It's time for you to arrange your life. How do you want your path to go? How do you want your life to be? Your single days are the best time to make this decision straight. Okay, not when you're married, because when you're married, your spirit will be so willing that time, but your flesh won't allow you. Your flesh can't, as much as they want to, they can't allow you. It loves you so much, but it can't allow you, because you can't be in 2 places at the same time. Let's give in our best. Where is my gift? Where's my birthday gift? My birthday was on the 4th. Where's my birthday gift, engineer? Where is it? Where is it? I'm waiting. Okay, like seriously, I'm waiting for my gifts. All right. So guys, let's put in the work. Okay, God needs us. He said, serve the Lord in the days of your youth. It's not a cliche. It's for real. Like, the work time would come. Some youths actually feel that they are working. No, you're not working. You're not working. Just have 1 child or 2 or 3 or 4. You ain't working yet. When you're working, I'll let you know. I will let you know. Body will tell you, Seth. When you start working with these children, your body will tell you. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yeah, so now that you've got the time, you've got the strength, you've got the energy, put in the work, let it be felt in the house of God. I've sent it through prayers. Okay, I've never seen in my life where gifts are sent through prayers. These are our church brothers. Engineer John, I'm beginning to reason you somehow. I'm reasoning your matter. You want to send my gift through prayers. And I was saying, okay, but through prayers too now. Should I say that they do? Guys, so this is just us discussing, we're talking, and my part would say that we should just give in our best, just put in your best. Now that you've got the time, it's no much grammar to speak. Just put in your best, because now is the time. Even if you want to go into music, Hi James Kala, thank you for loving and liking. Yeah, I got you. You got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. I got you too. Now that we have the time, even if you want to go into music, as a business, use your strength to make it happen now. Bless the Lord's house. The Bible says a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. Bring him before kings. Bring him before those that matter, and not just ordinary people. The more you are, I see, there are lots of blessings in serving in God's house. There are a lot of blessing. A lot of blessing serving in God's house. You may not see it though. Sometimes everything is ballery. especially youth of these days, we just want to see that banner. It should be entering our account. It doesn't happen all the time like that. It doesn't happen all the time like that. We should just serve God, love God, like 101%, and go to bed. Don't wait to be blessed. He will bless you. He will bless you. And as you're, funny enough, as you're doing that thing you love for Jesus, God, you start meeting people who matter, and another thing, like we talked about the last time, when you're working for God, is a very good way to connect with people. It's a very good way to know people. It's a very good way, because God will not bless you outside people. God can only bless you with people, with men. God wants to bless a man. He sends a man. So by the time you are around this man, God will use one of them. Money is the main fact. Well, God will use one of them to reach out to you. Not because that's your mindset, but because God would use those same men, to bless you. Money is the main fact. How do you mean money is the main fact? What do you mean, Engineer John? You're very right. Money is the main fact. Money is the main. Okay, let me understand him. Money is the main. Okay. Well, business-wise, money is the main. Yes, we need the money. We need the money. Yeah, for if it's even church pastors, everybody, they tell you sometimes, yeah, it's not about it. You know what? Ministry is money. Nobody should lie to you. Ministry is money. All these things you see, these circular musicians put up, they make a very good video, they wear nice costumes, they do nice, beautiful makeup and everything. Everything is money. Even as I'm looking right now, is money. They say, get any woman way ugly. No woman ugly. If you give them the right thing, it'll look nice. Even if she's not dressed well, if you give her what you want her to dress with, she's gonna look good for you. That's it. And so it's right. Money is everything. Yeah, money matters. Money is the main fact. Yeah. As much as God will want to bless you, would use men, raise men to bless you. But if you're not found around that environment, how are you gonna be blessed? How are you gonna get blessed? How are you gonna get blessed? That's the fact. I hear some relationship experts talking about women who really want to connect with people, but they're not out. You don't show yourself on social media. You privatize your accounts on Instagram, on Facebook, and the rest. You don't go out. You don't do that. How is the Holy Ghost how is it gonna reach out to you? So church is and you working in church is one of the best ways to meet people that matter, to meet people who you really need in your life. Because you possibly would like someone around that environment that you always see all the time. You see this person all the time, you see this person. You guys begin to connect on a whole different level entirely. And you just connect, and God will do a new thing in your life, Basically, that's how it works. But if you're not found in that environment and you're just by yourself or possibly out, you may not really meet. And one good thing about it is that you will meet people who understand your ministry, people who do what you do. You meet those kind of people there. One of the advantages of, working in God's house. As a musician, we have to be around people who understand the ministry, because it's not an easy thing to marry a musician. There's just a lot of things around it. What is main fact in some church? Without good instrument, the members will be few. When the instruments are complete. People okay, I think I kind of understand what he's trying to say. People will be much and money is involved. Yes, you're right. You're right. And another thing is just the way they go about it. Sometimes you may have the instruments and everything, but if you as the pastor, it flows from the head down. If you as the pastor don't, do the right thing, do the things you're supposed to do, you may begin to lose members, or you might begin to lose members. We just everyone will have to play their role. Yeah, it takes money, but money is not everything. Money is major. I wouldn't deny that. Money is major, but money is just not everything around it. Money has a very vital role to play, but I think the people when you come into a very beautiful house and you don't meet people there that are very welcoming and very what's the word? People who are very accommodating, that house, no matter how beautiful, begins to feel somehow to you. Yes, you're very correct. You begin to feel irritated, no matter how beautiful the house is. If the house is not, homely, if it doesn't welcome you, if it doesn't, just make you feel comfortable, you just want to go out. That's the truth of the matter. You want to go out. But the house, no matter, even if it's not that beautiful, you in it can make it beautiful. You can work something out of it. That's how I see it, because money is important. And trust me, if that house, that beautiful house, has people in it that are welcoming, that are very accommodating, very loving, very caring, oh my God, that's like heaven to you. You know why? Because even the beauty of the house will make everything more beautiful, more, you want to stay there, like you don't want to go out and everything. That's how it is. But okay, taking it back to what he said about the church having everything in it and da 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 da. Yes, if the church is small and they don't really have everything there yet, if the people there work on themselves, they put in so much work, reaching out to people with their character, with their impact, with their work ethics, with everything together. With time, when people begin to feel the love in there, people want to come, they want to stay there. This was the same thing I noticed in Church Unusual then. Pastor James Arrell, and he made it so comfortable for people. Hi, Melodia. Good evening, darling. How are you doing? How are my babies? Hope they're good. It's been a while. So basically, if you make your house comfortable for people, they would want to stay there. As much as we can. Melodia used to be my, choir. We used to be in the same choir then in Church Unusual. She can attest to this. Then she was single. I was single. No kids. No husband. We were just working for the Lord. If she wants to be honest, Melodia, you can say something if you have the time. If you want to be honest, serving God then in the choir and serving God now in the choir, is it the same for you? Okay, darling. Thank God. Is it the same for you? Serving God now, is it the same as serving God then? Is it the same thing? It can never be the same thing. If we want to be honest, it can never be the same thing. But funny enough, if you ask her, most likely, she met her husband around the church area. Or maybe one of those times she's going out. Or maybe one of those social events. You have to go out. There are lots of blessings for us going out, moving out, going out. We're not saying go to church because you want a man or because you want this. No, that's just one of it. You have so much blessings. Not all, a lot of responsibility. Yeah, exactly. A lot, like a lot of responsibilities now. A lot. You can't compare. You can't just compare. Now we could decide to stay in church and sleep overnight. Me said, nah, my mama they call me church picking that time. No, I don't send anybody, Papa. I don't send anybody, Papa. That came out. That's the first time I'm saying that, using that line. That's crazy. I don't send anybody that time. But the thing is, if you do it then, or if you had done it then, and now you begin to think back, you have no regrets. You'll be happy that I served the Lord when I had the time to serve God. That's how it is, guys. That's how it is. Please put in the work. If you have the time, put in the work. Maybe you have a very understanding husband who's got the time. Please give in your best. Please give in your best. Put in your best, because basically that's how it is. Guys, please follow my page on Facebook, Aniva News page. Follow my, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My EP, I wouldn't want to call it an album. It's just a 6-track EP. It's gonna be coming up very soon. But by the weekend on Friday, it's gonna be we're gonna be having just one song from it to tutorial small, to wait for the rest. It's very good to serve God. Very, very good to serve God. There are lots of benefits in serving God. I'm reaping from that. Trust me, right now, I'm having lots of benefit from what I did for God that time. At the end of the day, it's for your own good. Okay? Anointed WBS is watching. Hi. Thank you all for coming. Yeah. Anticipating. Yeah. Okay, anticipating, no problem. So we have it coming. So guys, having my single out on Friday, God's willing. I hope that they put it and it's there by Friday. So coming weeks we're going to be having the full song. I think by Friday we should have the full song already, but tomorrow you have a snippet of what is to come. In Nigeria, what is EP? EP. Kenneth AB. Hi Kenneth AB, good evening. Hi, yeah. EP is executive producer. So you don't know what an EP is, forget not the days of the youth. Yeah, EP is like the short form of an album. EP is telling people, giving them a preempt of what is to come in your album. You know, usually it's 3 to 4 songs, but I decided to make it 6, 7. So you can actually call it an album, but my manager said it's an EP, so I agree. I take his word for it. Divine watching. Hi Divine. Hi everyone. Please help me share the video. We have something very interesting. Like I said, we're supposed to have a producer come up today, but he couldn't make it. So I decided to just bring up this topic. So we abreast of it, we get to hear what's needed to be heard, and possibly you give your suggestions. I'm happy about everyone who made a contribution or two. I'm really, really grateful and happy. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Come and invest in me. Don't worry. The Lord has invested already in us. Everybody has been invested in. So basically, we have to anticipate. Okay, the song is coming up this week by the grace of God, and by Friday, surely you should have all the song in the stores. All the song. I decided to do it so that with time, I just take my time to promote the rest later. But now you can have everything by Friday. At the latest on Saturday. Yeah, I should think so. At the latest on Saturday. By Friday, I know for sure, but at the latest on Saturday, because you know how these things work. Sometimes they just, surprise you. So basically, that's going to be it for tonight. Please, guys, like the video and share it if you like it. If it makes sense to you, I hope it does. We have actually enjoyed ourselves tonight. I actually has been blessed, or actually have been blessed. It's a beautiful thing to share the thoughts you have in your heart, and give it out just the way God wants you to, and how your spirit leads. It's beautiful to always be with you guys every Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Join us again next week. Please, guys, go to my channel and check on my videos. There are other very beautiful topics to be seen also on Instagram. No, not Instagram, on YouTube, basically, because Instagram, I select some of them there. Okay, guys, that will be it tonight. I don't want it to be this long. I actually came on like 10 minutes late. Yeah, in between it's just been trying to try the mic, test the mic to see if it works or not, so taking a lot of time. Usually we close at 10. Last week I think we used 30 minutes and we passed the point, and it doesn't have to stay all 1 hour because some people get bored at the end of the day. But for today it went well, thank God. Glory to God. God bless you all. Thank you for your time. I know you took out time, from your busy schedule. Possibly you're eating fried rice at home or just having fun watching. So I really do appreciate you. Thank you, Erute. Thank you, Melodia, for coming around. Thank you, John, Engineer John. Thank you, Victor Ikizie. Thank you, who else? The Feb, of course, my buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you, I think I saw someone else. Promise Divine is watching. Thank you, Promise. Thank you, Kenneth. AB. Thank you, Anointed WBS. Oh my God, WBS. Thank you for coming around. Thank you. Who else? Pardon me if I don't mention your name, but I appreciate every one of you. I'm glad that you came around. It's gonna be bye-bye from me here tonight, and until next week, do go to my YouTube and subscribe, please. Okay, subscribe. Let's move the ministry forward to the prominent side. Okay, thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful night and have a lovely one. Okay, love to everyone. Bye. Bye.